You're watching Barnstable This Morning. This morning I am joined by Lenore Lyons, artist and educator. So excited to be here to see your key idea come to life in this exhibit here at the Cotuit Center for the Arts. It's also, I should mention, a little piece of the exhibit is at Town Hall on display through the end of the year. So very excited that people can see it there as well. Talk to me a little bit, if you can, Lenore, about what made you want to start this community art project.
Oh, what made me want to start this goes way back. For years, I've been trying to think of a way to bring people together to create art, people especially who don't self-describe as artists, to share a little bit of themselves. And I knew I wanted it to be large scale. I knew it had to be something that was fairly quick for people to do and something that would be of interest to people of all ages. When I hit upon the idea of a key as the perfect metaphor, it just all fell into place.
And you really worked hard. I mean, how long did it take you to go around? Because you not only went to schools, but you also went to community festivals and all over the summer. I know I did a key at a concert at Azleton Park, so you were pretty much everywhere. How long did it take you to go around and get all of these keys done?
I've been collecting these pages for about a year. In October, it was launched with the Cape Cod and Islands Art Educators, where we were looking for a project that kids from preschool to college could all do, and this really fit the bill. So this idea was introduced to the Art Educators in October of 2014, and teachers began to figure out ways that they could do this in their classroom. We had every school district from Bourne to Provincetown participate through their art teachers. Then I started ramping up the fairs and festivals on New Year's Eve with First Night Sandwich, and then continued through the winter, the Multicultural Festival. I think the first one in Hyannis was Arts Spring on Main Street, and then through the summer there were so many of them. We went to maybe 30 different festivals throughout the Cape.
You really put your heart and soul into this. I mean, that is so time-consuming to go out there and try and accomplish all of this. Is a huge undertaking, and now to see it all together must be pretty meaningful for you.
Oh, I'm so pleased. If I had to think of one word that describes people's participation, it would be sincere. People wrote from their heart. They called it an emotional experience. They shared a little bit of something that was really important to them, and I think that's really reflected in the exhibit.
And one thing that I think is so interesting, the way the exhibit is laid out here at the Cotuit Center for the Arts, is you start at age 1 and you go all the way through, all the way up to 100. So really interesting to see how themes change depending on the age group.
Right.
Did you see any trends?
Oh, there were lots of trends. Kids really began to start writing at around 4. So 4 and 5, it opens a door. It starts a car. How come you don't even know that? But then by 6 and 7, kids are really imaginative. There's a lot of fairies and unicorns and candy in the 6 and 7s. By 9 and 10, children are surprisingly deep and thoughtful. The key to understanding the problem of world hunger, the key to humanity, the key to forgiveness, the key to heaven.
The key to cure cancer.
It's a key to cure cancer. They're smart enough to understand that there's a world outside of their community, and they're not totally focused on themselves. When they moved into the teenage years, there's a lot of self-discovery, writing about who I am, who I want to be, who I'll become.
I noticed too, in the teen years, I started to see some themes about friendship. And so it's interesting to see what issues age groups are dealing with that are a little bit different. Then when you get into a little bit older, people start thinking about security and safety and health.
Right. It's surprising to see, like, the theme of health occurs in older adults often. It's surprising to see when that occurs in a child. You wonder what issues are facing their family or themselves. 20s often write about travel, adventure, and education. The 30s, home and family. But lots of people also wrote about their own particular issues in whatever age. So if they're fighting cancer, or Lyme disease is brought up, or pollution of the waters is brought up. So if people have things that they're passionate about, they write about that.
It's so interesting to see the passion come out in people, and I think people really took it seriously and really tried to put in their thoughts and feelings.
They did, and that's reflected in every age. They're deep thoughts. And I tried to reach members of the community that would not necessarily be in school or at fairs and festivals. I think the subhead of this is a community tells a story. We are a community that includes our visitors, so we had people from as far away as Bali and Vietnam participate. But I also wanted to reach sort of the people on the fringe. So we went to the Noah shelter. We went to Bridge to Hope for people recently released from prison, the RFK Center. I wanted to get some of the very elderly at different kinds of councils of aging and get people whose voice just might not be heard, but who I think needs to be heard.
What was the most surprising thing to you throughout the process of putting together this art exhibit?
People got it and wanted to participate. So I'm grateful to everyone who said, yeah, I want to do that, that it attracted people and they seemed to want to share the experience of sitting down with another person and creating a little piece, that it was a way to connect and be part of something much bigger than themselves.
Were you surprised that so many people were willing to participate?
At first, yes, but then it became something that people just gravitated to. So it became, when we showed up at an event, people just started doing it and people continued all day. We would collect, close to 200 in a day. So we have a total of about 2,500 pieces and about just over 2,000 are on exhibit here.
So amazing to see them all. One thing too, I think that you're trying to get across through this is how quickly life passes for us all.
Right.
And really how wide open it is. You know, a lot of, you work with 15-year-olds and teens that, you know, are at-risk youth.
Right.
And you said that sometimes they have this feeling that that's it. This is, you know, they've already messed it up. They've already taken the wrong path. And you're trying to show them, hey, life is a long process and it's all about the journey. So have you seen it be impactful on that level for those individuals?
That's hard to say because this plants a seed and you don't know what will continue after that. We did go to WeCan and worked with the mentor-mentee program as a culminating experience. So women were able to write about the impact of that year working with the WeCan program. So you could see them reflecting on what they've done and then expressing it in their artwork. And you could see some change there.
Well, it's so cool. I've really enjoyed taking a walk around, and hopefully all of our viewers will come and stop by and see. The exhibit is open here until
November 21st.
Perfect. So here, November 21st, and again, a portion of the exhibit will be available for viewing at Town Hall in the Town Hall hearing room. Thank you, Lenore. I really appreciate you taking the time to chat about the exhibit, and congratulations.
Thank you, and we're looking for the place it'll go next. Who knows that I think people want this to continue. People still are making artwork here at Cotuit Center for the Arts, and if there's a venue available, we'd be happy to put the exhibit out.
Rehome it. Great. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And let us know, of course, when you do find a new home for the exhibit. Let us know where it is.
Thanks so much.
Lenore Lyons, artist and educator, is the organizer and creator of this wonderful key project here at the Cotuit Center for the Arts. For Barnstable This Morning, I'm Sarah Mantle.